Here are some interesting facts about the film Titanic, 1997. Director's dedication. Director James Cameron dedicated the film to his grandfather, who was a survivor of the Titanic. Historical accuracy. Cameron was meticulous about historical accuracy, even consulting with experts to ensure authenticity in details like the design of the ship and the placement of the stars in the night sky. Budget breakthrough. Titanic was the first film to have a production budget exceeding $200 million. Let's dive into more facts, but first please subscribe the channel and smash the bell icon so you will not miss our next video. Record Oscars. The film tied the record for the most Academy Award wins, matching the 11 Oscars won by Ben-Hur, 1959, and The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, 2003. Casting. Young stars. Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet were relatively unknown at the time of casting. This film catapulted them to international stardom. Alternate castings. Matthew McConaughey and Gwyneth Paltrow were considered for the lead roles. Iconic line. The line "I'm the king of the world" was improvised by Leonardo DiCaprio during filming and became one of the film's most famous quotes. Production delays. The film's production faced numerous delays and challenges, leading to rumors that it would be a financial disaster. However, it went on to become one of the highest-grossing films ever. Underwater filming. Cameron used a specially designed submersible to film the actual Titanic wreckage for certain scenes. Heart of the Ocean. The fictional blue diamond necklace in the film is named the Heart of the Ocean. An actual necklace inspired by the film was created and worn by Celine Dion during the Academy Awards. Leaded windows. The windows of the ship in the film were made of leaded glass to make them look more authentic. Length of production. Principal photography took 160 days, longer than the actual time it took to build the Titanic. Historical advisors. The film had historians and Titanic experts as consultants, including Don Lynch and Ken Marshall. Deleted scenes. Some scenes were cut from the final film, including one where Jack and Rose discover a fully functioning elevator. Rose's hometown. Rose's hometown in the film is meant to represent Philadelphia, James Cameron's hometown. Alternate endings. Cameron shot multiple endings for the film, with some involving the elderly Rose throwing the Heart of the Ocean into the sea. First film to gross $1 billion. Titanic was the first film to gross over $1 billion worldwide. Historical cameos. Titanic historians Louis Abernathy and Anatoly Sargalevich made cameo appearances in the film. Real ship sounds. Cameron used recordings of the actual sounds of creaking and groaning metal from the Titanic wreck in the film. Artificial iceberg. The iceberg was created using a combination of styrofoam and plastic. Film's length. The film has a runtime of 195 minutes, making it one of the longest commercially released films. Water tank construction. The film's water tank set was one of the largest ever constructed, and it held more than 17 million gallons of water. Historical locations. Some scenes were filmed in the actual dry dock in Belfast where the Titanic was built. Dancing extras. The extras in the third-class party scene were professional Irish dancers. Custom-made costumes. The costumes were custom-made, and some of the extras' shoes were also made by the costume department. Ice water challenge. Leonardo DiCaprio experienced hypothermia while filming in the cold water, and Kate Winslet was afraid of catching pneumonia. Set painting techniques. To create realistic depth in the ocean scenes, the production team used a technique called matte painting. Ship splitting sequence. The dramatic scene where the ship splits in two was based on the eyewitness accounts of survivors. Original soundtrack. The film's soundtrack, composed by James Horner, became one of the best-selling film scores of all time. Recreation of stateroom. The stateroom used by Jack and Rose in the film was an accurate recreation of a room on the real Titanic. Period-accurate jewelry. Jewelry worn by Kate Winslet in the film was created by Asprey and Garrard, the same jewelers who worked on the real Titanic. Historical research. Cameron and his crew extensively researched the sinking of the Titanic, consulting historical documents and survivor accounts. Use of miniatures. Miniature models were used for some scenes, including the sinking of the ship. Special effects. The film featured groundbreaking special effects for its time, especially in the depiction of the sinking. Record-breaking box office. Titanic held the record for the highest-grossing film of all time until it was surpassed by Avatar, another film directed by James Cameron. Impact on tourism. The film's popularity led to increased interest in Titanic-related tourism, including visits to the ship's resting place. Double-decker dessert. The dining room set was a double-decker set to facilitate filming and create the illusion of height. Rose's sketches. James Cameron himself drew the sketches of Rose in the film, as he is an accomplished artist. Alternate casting for Cal. Jeremy Sisto auditioned for the role of Cal Hockley but lost to Billy Zane. Oscar success. Titanic won 11 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director, tying the record set by Ben-Hur in 1959.